and welcome back to Brocklex Gundam. Today we're getting into the most important part of the entire airbrushing process for the Epyon. Preparation. More specifically, we're going to start masking. Of course, Supervisor Brock has to come in and make sure the tools we are using are up to code. It's not the fastest step, and it's not the flashiest step, but it is the step that determines how clean everything is going to look at the end. And since this video is all about prep, we're going to slow things down a bit, let the sounds come through, and really focus on the process. Before we mask anything, we actually need to break the kit back down. Starting with the larger sections, arms, torso, head, carefully separating everything so we don't stress any joints. I'm dividing everything into separate bins. So one for the arms, one for the torso parts, and going forward the legs and wings. Makes it way easier to keep track of what's being masked and what hasn't. Alright, now that everything's been organized, we can start masking. Starting with larger sections first, just laying down a base layer. Nothing too precise yet, just mapping out the area. Then going back in to clean up the edges. This is where most of the time goes. Any small gap here, paint will find it. Supervisor Brock continuing his inspections. Still no complaints, so we keep going. For tighter areas, I try to cut thinner strips. This gives more control around sharp edges and corners. This is where patience really matters. Airbrushing is quick. This step, that's where the quality comes from. once you get into it, it becomes pretty rhythmic. You start seeing the shapes naturally, using the tip of the blade to guide the tape in. Supervisor Brock, still very involved in quality control. I think we're meeting his expectations. I always make sure to check along the edges, just to make sure everything is fully down and secured. If anything lifts, this is the time where I try to fix it. Now, filling in the larger areas, it doesn't need to be perfect here as long as the edges are sealed. After a while, everything starts coming together. We are organized, they are masked, and they're ready for paint. This isn't the most exciting part of the process, but it's one of the most important. I recommend you take your time here, and everything that comes next becomes easier. In the next video, we're finally getting into the airbrushing, bringing all of this prep work to life. Thank you again for watching Brock Likes Gundam, and of course, thanks to Supervisor Brock for the thorough inspections. We'll see you next time.